Hey everybody, it's Simply D, and we're back with another episode of In the Blind, or as I like to call it, My Life in the Blind, because as we know, everybody's experience is just a little bit different. So today, first off, before we even jump into today's discussion and vlog and all that good stuff, I'd like to give a shout out to a guy named John. Now, I don't like putting people's last names out there, so John, you know who you are. You sent me an incredible letter through our website, which was actually really cool, which means he actually paid attention and actually went to the website and sent something. So I wanted you to know that I did get it, and I wish you well on your educational goals, because I know that it can be a little bit of a struggle, you know, when you are getting near the end of your plan and you are, you know, especially when you're visually impaired, you know, lots of little challenges pop up time and time again. But, you know, good luck with that, and I hope that things go very well for you, and thanks for being a subscriber. It means a lot. And yeah, so let's jump in real quick. Today we're going to talk a little bit about we're going to talk a bit about what happens when I'm in the public with Gypsy. Okay, I've been noticing some things, and I've been, you know, waiting to see if I wanted to address this topic or not. But I think that because of the atmosphere of things that when it comes to dealing with service animals and dealing with service animals in the public and all that kind of stuff, I guess I'll explain it this way. So a few days ago, I was outside and, you know, just walking around with my dog, you know, walking around with my road dog, and and someone proceeded to tell me how unfortunate her life must be because she is an indentured servant to me. I had to use wisdom when addressing this issue, because it's funny how maybe it's just me, but it's funny how when somebody sees a dog and the dog's tail is wagging, the tongue is, you know, out, and their ears are up, and they're just having a great old time, they're just, you know, and all that good stuff, they think, oh great, the dog is fantastic, the dog is having a great time. But when they see that dog with a blind person, they don't necessarily think, even with all the same indicators, that that dog has a good life. I mean, one of the most common questions that I'm asked is, well, when the dog is at home, do you let her play? Why wouldn't I? Like, why wouldn't I let the dog play? Like, the dog is a dog, and I need her to be healthy and happy so that she does great work with me and for me, because we are a team. She takes care of me, I take care of her. It's not like I am just, you know, mistreating and making sure that she has no life outside of me. Like, this is absolutely insane at times, the way people come at me when it comes down to, you know, me and Gypsy and all that good stuff. So there was a episode once where my wife and I, on our very first vacation to Laughlin that we took Gypsy to anyway, as soon as we got to the hotel and we were going to relieve Gypsy, this woman walked up to us out of the blue and started chastising me for the fact that my dog did not have shoes on her feet. Now, let me explain something to you. We had just got out the car. Gypsy basically told us, hey, I need to go. We said, okay, cool. Now, it is hot in Laughlin, as y'all know from the last vacation video we put up. But it wasn't so hot that my dog was complaining, because if her feet were hot, she would have let me know. Trust me, she would have let me know, okay? I have a really good bond with my dog. When something's going on, I usually know about it before anybody else knows about it, okay? But she was fine. As a matter of fact, she was sitting and her tongue was out. She was enjoying being next to the river, because we were right there next to the river walk. Fantastic. But someone felt the need to come up out of the blue and chastise me while my dog was supposedly suffering. So basically, you want me to stand still on this hot ground so my dog can suffer more while you chastise me about my dog suffering. Got you. But Gypsy was not suffering. I want to make that very clear. This dog was just anxious to smell all the smells. I mean, that nose was moving. And, you know, it was a good time. Now, she knows that she can't, you know, she's not going to break commands, so she wasn't going to just wander off while this woman was talking, you know, and all that kind of stuff. It was an absolutely ridiculous situation. And it was at that moment that I recognized that, because this was soon after we graduated from the school and everything. And it was at that moment, though, I recognized that, you know, people have this sense of entitlement because they have pets at home. And their pets may or may not be trained, but their pets do not perform a particular service for them. Their pet is cute. And there's nothing wrong with having a cute pet that keeps you company and all that good stuff. But my dog is not just she doesn't just keep me company. It's an added bonus for me, but she doesn't just keep me company. She actually gets me where I need to go safely, and she does it, you know, very, very well. I tell anybody, on a bad day, she's working at 95%. Okay, so, you know, and most days are not bad for her. So, you know, and our bond is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Only, you know, like even now, while I'm shooting this vlog, while I'm talking to you guys, while I'm expressing what has been happening, because I've had the most ridiculous things happen over the last few weeks. And even while I'm talking to you guys, she is got one eye on me, and she's also laying down with her back toward me. But if I say her name, she'll be up in a split second. She'll be, you know, checking to see what I need, all that good stuff. Okay, like she is very aware of where I am at all times and what's going on with me. But I am the same way when it comes to her. I understand where she's at. I know what's going on with her. I know when she's in a mood. I know when she's happy. And I know when she's, you know, trying to decide whether she wants to be happy or in a mood based on what she wants from you. Okay, now, my dog is incredible. Gypsy is, I believe, one of a kind. And it's really, you know, her personality is very, very strong. I believe that's why she got partnered up with me, because she has a very, very strong personality, and it takes a strong personality to work with her personality. But when we are working, we are the dynamic duo. I will be Batman. She can be Robin. She wants to be Batman. It's not going to happen. Okay, but, you know, I enjoy these experiences with her, but, you know, there has to be something that we can do in terms of helping to educate the public about the differences between a pet and a service animal. Now, let me also address this. Okay, since I'm having this little, you know, discussion right now, or this little rant, yeah, and I want you guys to let me know what you've seen, what you've experienced. I know that a lot of the people who view this channel are also people from the blind community, and some are even from the hearing impaired community, I found out. That's why I try to make it a point to, as often as possible, keep my lips focused on the camera, because I actually did get a letter from someone who, you know, has somebody either sign to them what I'm saying, or they try to read my lips when I'm saying it. And then they told me that I talk kind of fast. So, so I'm going to do my best for everybody who's interested in finding out about what I'm talking about. But anyway, definitely share your stories. If you have witnessed, you know, crazy encounters with people with service animals and all that kind of stuff, let me know. I know that it happens out there, but I really want to hear your stories. But one thing that I noticed recently, and this is what made me want to even do this video, is there was a situation not too long ago where I told somebody, like, people, they see Gypsy. She's beautiful. She's attractive. You know, I only hang out with the best. You've seen my wife. She's lovely too. Okay? She hot. So, of course, you know, everybody I hang out with is hot. Anyway, so we're out in the public, and I don't know what it is, but people always feel like they can just walk up and try to, you know, pet my dog and all that good stuff. They see she's in the harness. They see that she's working, but they don't care. They don't seem to care at all about what service the dog is performing, because they want to pet or talk to or focus on the pretty dog. Okay? Now, Gypsy has a habit of either, she'll pay attention if she thinks she can manipulate you, but if she cannot manipulate you, she will not pay attention to you. I think it's an interesting little trait she has there, but, you know, hey, she likes being in charge, so whatever. Anyway, excuse me. So I told the person, I asked them nicely, could you please not touch my dog? You know, she's working, blah, blah. You know, I went through the usual steps that, and it's a shame that they're usual steps at this point, because that means that it's become normal. But I went through the usual steps, and then the person, because I had shades on, by the way. So the person figures, okay, well, he can't see me, so I can still do what I want to do, because the dog would rather spend time with me. Now, let me explain something. People can never gauge what my vision is. Sometimes I can't even gauge what my vision is because it changes from day to day. But I found this particular encounter very interesting because it shows me what totally blind people often have to deal with because they can't necessarily see. So they're waiting to, they're depending on what their dog is displaying to tell them what's going on around them and what people are up to. But this person, and this is not the first time, but this one is the one that really got under my skin. This person proceeded to continue to try to get my dog's attention and they figured, okay, well, he can't see me, so let me just do little slick things. Let me just, we're getting on the bus. We're sitting on the bus, and the person is just, trying to get my dog's attention, trying to get the dog to play when she's sitting, right next to me on the bus or whatever, not on the seat, just for y'all who think y'all funny. But it was a very interesting situation, and I didn't necessarily appreciate the person doing that. And so I started to ask around to see if, anybody else has had this kind of experience. And I met somebody who told me, I used to kind of be that person. And I felt like, well, as long as I'm not distracting the dog from doing work, but the dog's not working because the dog's sitting on the bus or the dog's sitting at a bus stop. So they're not taking you anywhere. So why can't I mess with the dog? Why can't I play with the dog? The dog is cute and so well trained and this, that, and the other. And I had to tell them, I said, yeah, but the thing is this, the dog has the harness on, and when the dog has the harness on, the dog is dressed for work, which means that it's at work, okay? Gypsy knows when she's at work and she knows when she's off work. Because the moment that harness comes off, she waits for the command, and once I give her a particular command, she goes into full-blown, I'm not a puppy, but I can act like one mode. Okay, but anyway, long story short, because I know I can be long-winded. I learned that people tend to listen to what you have to say based on not necessarily respect for you, but it's more like they figure if you're blind, I can get away with visual things and you're not going to know about it because the dog loves the attention I give. So I informed the person who was talking to me, and I informed, and I tell people all the time, like, I know what's going on with my dog because she's going to let me know. Now, even if she doesn't want me to know, I'm going to know because I'm very in tune to her movements. I know when something just doesn't feel right, and I can tell through the harness. So what I want to do is this, with this particular vlog. I would like for those of you who love to comment and who love to, come up with different ideas for things, I'd love you to tell me what solution do you think would work to help people not to approach and try to distract my dog. What do you think would work? Now, plenty of people have gotten the please don't touch my dog signs, and those really don't work as often as you would think because a lot of people don't like to read. Maybe if we had it as an audio clip that played when people got close to the dog. I don't know. Anyway, the thing is, let me know your ideas. Let me know your thoughts. I know that for me, what has worked is going out into the community, talking to the kids in the community in terms of like third graders and going into some of the schools. Because, I don't believe in talking about an issue without having an answer for one. So what I've started doing and what I have been doing for the last couple of years actually is taking Gypsy into the schools and educating the kids as well as their teachers and the staff at the schools on the best way to deal with somebody who has a visual impairment, especially if they have a service animal. Why? Because chances are they've never been told. You can't be mad at someone who has never been told. The ones that make you mad are the ones you talk to and they just refuse to listen. So let me know your thoughts on this topic. Have you been the person who, basically just goes against what the person's asking you to do? Or what has your experience been dealing with people who have, basically guide dogs, service animals, but primarily in this situation, I'm talking about guide dogs and hearing dogs because those are the ones that most people try to get away with stuff with. So let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, this has been kind of a really cool talk. So, and let me know what you guys want to know about because I've been seeing a lot of, different questions come my way, and they've been great. So keep them coming because we're going to try to hit as many of those as possible. And yeah, you guys have a great week, And we'll see you soon. Bye for now.